All right, so we're gonna be doing division of mixed numbers by whole numbers. Okay, so we're gonna start off by dividing and then simplifying. So we do 3, 1 over 3, and we're gonna divide it by a whole number. Okay, so we have a mixed number. A mixed number is a whole number with a fraction. Then we have a whole number. A whole number is just one number, one digit, right? One number. So we have to break down this mixed number, okay? We have to break it down by making it into a improper fraction. To make it an improper fraction, we have to multiply 3 times 3 and add it to the 1. So we write 3 times 3 plus 1. Do your line and separate. Your denominator is 3, so you write 3 at the bottom. Then whatever you write that's here, you write it over here to continue. Right? So let's multiply. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10, right? So we do 10. And our denominator is 3. So we bring this down, right? So our whole number is still 5. Now, our whole number doesn't match the improper fraction now. An improper fraction is where the numerator is larger than the denominator. So we don't have a denominator here, so we just make a number 1. That way it's a fraction here and a fraction here. But to change this, right, to try to multiply it to make the fraction smaller, we have to flip this fraction. So we change it from dividing into multiplying. So we flip this and bring the 1 at the top. So we bring this over, say 10 over 3, we keep that the same, and we say multiply, and we bring the 1 for the numerator and the 5 for the denominator. So you see how we switched it? So now this is where we simplify. So we look at the numbers on either side, like from here and here and from here and here. We got to figure out how to make it smaller. So 10 and 5, we can divide those by 5, because if we do 5 divided by 5, that equals 1. If we do 10 divided by 5, that equals 2. So these are our two numbers because these are our simplified numbers. Simplified means making these numbers smaller. So our new numbers are now not 10 but 2. That's still the same. Bring down the x. 1. And the 5 is now 1. So now we can multiply. So 2 times 1 is 2. And 3 times 1 is 3. That's our answer. Okay? That's our answer. So now we're going to do division of mixed numbers by fraction. So up here we did division of mixed numbers by whole numbers, right? See that whole number? Now we're going to do division of mixed numbers by fractions. So we have 3 over 4 divided by 3 over 8. Let's make that look like a division sign. I'm sorry. So this is our mixed number. This is our fraction. So like before, we got to make this smaller. We got to make it simpler. So to do that, we got to change it to an improper fraction. We multiply and then add. So we multiply these two numbers and then add the top number. So we do 4 times 1 plus 3. And then we use our denominator here. Whatever's up here, we go ahead and write it over here. 3 over 8. Now the difference from the number up above, it was a whole number. And we had to make a fraction. Here is already a fraction, right? So now let's solve, right? So we do 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 plus 3 is 7. So we do 7. Our denominator is 4. Whatever is up here, you just go down here and write it. So divide it by 3/8, right? So the same thing, like how we had to change this and make it 1/5 and change the division to multiply, we do the same thing. So we change these. This has to be multiplied, and we change the 8 and the 3 and swap it. So we do 7/4, change that to multiply, and then change 3/8 to 8/3. So now we got to try to solve, but we got to make this simpler, make it smaller. So we look at these numbers from this direction and from this direction. So we can't make 7 and 3 smaller, we can't. But we can make 4 and 8 smaller by dividing by, we could divide by 2 or divide by 4. But let's divide by 4, because if we divide by 2, the numbers will still be bigger. So let's divide by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So these are our new numbers. So we go over here, write 7 times our new number is 2, and we do our new number is 1 times 3. So we do 7 times 2 is 14. 1 times 3 is 3. So normally you would say, oh, we got our answer. That's our answer. Well, that's not our answer, because it's an improper fraction. The numerator is bigger than the denominator, so we have to change it. Now we must divide. To change this improper fraction, to make it smaller, we have to divide, okay? So we do 3 divided by 14. 14 going to 3 4 times, because 4 times 3 is 12. 12 is the closest number to 14 that's not bigger than 14. So we do 14 take away 12, right? So we do 4 take away 2 is 2. 1 take away 1 is 0. So our answer is 4 being the whole number, 2 being the numerator, and 3 being the denominator. So this is our new answer. That's our answer. I hope this worked. My 6th graders are learning this, so I felt like doing a video for it for people who may have issues with dividing fractions or multiplying fractions. I hope it helped. Thanks. Bye.